things that we struggled with when we decided to reconcile our marriage after infidelity and separation. And one of the main things for me was intimacy after infidelity.
What about it?
How do we do it? Like,
what do you mean? Tell me more.
I mean, not the how, right? But it was so foreign for us to have like romance or like a natural connection.
Mm-hmm.
It'd been so long since that was something that we had truly enjoyed together. So I just didn't know how we would cross that bridge. If it was forced, if it was natural. Like, did you like it? Was it just to appease me? Was it enjoyable? Like, all of those things were frightening to think about. And then to, like, how do you initiate? Like, all of those things were fears for me during that reconciliation stage.
Yeah. You know, that's really interesting because I really don't hear it from the other side almost ever, actually. And so, of course, like, I'm talking to wives on a regular basis, so I hear from that side all the time. The fear of intimacy because of all of the triggers that it causes and because of all of the negative thoughts that it causes and brings up, which is something that I did struggle with as well. And I just never thought that would be something that you would be thinking of.
Well, yeah, but I'm different, right? And we've always known that about me when it comes down to how we connected, like, intimately. I appreciated knowing that there was a connection with us.
Yeah.
In order for us to, like, really enjoy ourselves, right? Like, for me, it was never just, we could just do it because this is what we do. Like, I was never me. And I don't know every man works that way, but for me specifically, I need a connection with you. And when we didn't, that's why it was such a struggle, because it was like, we don't like each other, or I don't feel like I like this. So how do I interact? And so again, just like when you come back and decide to but when you come back and decide to build into your marriage again, then it's like, well, I need to develop that. And what does that look like for me? And so the thought of that and not wanting you to feel less than or like not enough, and it was just me really trying to know like what I liked and what did it for me, right? It was scary to think about having to work through that. When I felt like I did not have space to really express what I struggled with at that time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. That's interesting. We've not really we have not really discussed this.
Raw and uncut.
Yeah.
Y'all know how I do though. We don't hide from nothing. We're very transparent.
Yeah.
We don't really want it to be doctored.
Yeah. Because we didn't struggle in that way. Like, all of our struggles with intimacy were obviously individual struggles because we didn't necessarily share them with one another. And also they were internal because we did do it. Like, we had intimacy. We experienced intimacy on a regular basis once we got back together. So we didn't have an issue putting it into practice. It was obviously more of internal issues, which I think is so interesting because we talk about everything. But for that, I think it was obviously just like really close and dear to our hearts, and something that was like fearful as well.
Yeah, because it was just like everything else felt so good.
Yeah.
Like, we are communicating so well. Like, quality time is so good. Like, we are a family unit. We are worshiping. We are praying together. Like, everything is so good. I don't want to say that I don't know how to properly be intimate with you, and that be like the thing that knocks us off, right? When everything else is so good. So it was just a really weird place to be in at that time.
Yeah. It is weird, but also, like, thinking about it and talking about it right now, it was obviously, like, spirit-led. Because we didn't have any issues.
No, we didn't.
Together. We didn't allow, like, some of those negative thoughts, or not negative, but just um, that apprehension and uncertainty about it. We didn't allow it to get in the way, even though, obviously, like, we both struggled.
Yeah, which I'm really thankful for, because intimacy within a marriage is so necessary.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, the way that it connects you mentally, physically, spiritually, it has a purpose. And so I'm glad that we just did not withhold it from each other until we were like, okay, I think I figured it out, right? Because you needed something, I needed something. Just figuring out what worked best for us was important. And we did get there.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
For sure. But just early on, struggle.
Yeah, for sure. I'm proud of us for that, actually.
Me too. Shout out to us.
Yeah.
Marriage takes effort.
So put it in.
Put it in.